Do you want to become a nurse in 2020 or whenever you're watching this video? Have you been holding it off? Or are you feeling anxiety about it? Or you're like, you know what? This is the year I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it happen. Let me figure out how I'm going to do this. If that is you, continue watching. Hey everyone, I am your YourFavNurseB. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so and turn on the notification bell. I have plenty of videos for CNAs, oh my gosh, for CNAs, LPNs, RNs, new nurses, aspiring nurses, nursing students. I have a little something for everyone. This is the channel for you. We are going to get to 50K by February 2020. Mark my words, write it down in your calendar. We are going to get to 50K subscribers by the end of February 2020. So please share my channel, like this video, and comment and subscribe. You know, I'm here for you all. I give content as much as possible, and I work my best to give you all diverse content. All right, let's just get into this video. There's a few things that I want you all to look at if you are considering becoming a nurse in 2020. Really, this is a timeless video, but I'm filming this in 2019, getting you all ready for 2020, getting you amped, getting you inspired, getting you motivated to go ahead and go to school and become a nurse. So this is also motivation for myself as well. There's a few steps that I want you all to take to go through in order to help you to plan, to strategize how you are going to become a nurse within the next year, really. Basically go to school within the next year. So the first thing I want you to think about, you can literally write this down, is think to yourself, what's holding me back? What's holding me back? Perhaps you've been saying you want to become a nurse for years, or you may have stumbled upon my video and was like, you know what? I'm going to be a nurse. Or it's just something you always wanted to do since you were younger. Or maybe you've worked in healthcare and you're like, you know what? I really think nurses are cool. I think that really fits me. I want to become a nurse. And maybe you've just kind of held off on doing it. I want you to write down, what is holding me back? Okay? Is it finances? Is it my kids? Is it my work schedule? Is it my relationship? Is it just my anxiety behind it? What is it? Now, write down all those things and write them in detail, okay? And really think about it. Really take your time to think about what's holding me back. And then once you write what's holding you back, I want you to ask yourself, why? Why is this holding me back? So let's just go for me. You all know I'm an LPN working to get my RN. Like, comment, and subscribe. But I owe a school money. So I owe this school, it's a nice amount of money. I owe them this money. They will not release my transcripts until this money is paid off. Now, that's my biggest why, is because I owe the school money. I cannot go to nursing school until it's paid off because they have my transcripts. Nursing schools want your transcripts. And I'm not going to lie to school and tell them I didn't go to this school, yada, yada, yada. So that's that. That's my why. But then let me think, okay, that's my why. Why is that holding me back? Because I don't have the money to pay it off. Why don't I have the money to pay it off? Because I need to make more money. Why do I need to make more money? You know, just keep asking yourself why. And then once you get to the, you kind of think about it more and more, you're like, you know what? You start to pick up solutions as to how you can overcome what's holding you back, right? So let's see. Let me think about something else. Another thing, think about this. The next thing is, say that was already taken care of. So let me put it in my mind that the school was paid off. The school was paid off. Boom, it's time for me to go to school. Is there anything else that's holding me back? Well, I gotta think. I got two small kids. I have a 2-year-old and I have an 8-month-old, and someone needs to watch them. Now, I am married, but with our work schedules, I'm pretty much watching the kids all the time, right? So I'm here with my kids. They're not in daycare. That would also be something holding me back. So why is that holding me back? Because I haven't found a daycare for my kids. Why haven't I found a daycare for my kids? Because I'm at home with them. Okay, should I start looking for daycares? Should I start asking people about daycares? Really start to see what in your life is holding you back and find solutions for them. Because you might think it's one thing. You're like, oh, this is one thing holding me back. Oh my goodness, I can't do it because of this. And there probably is really 3 or 4 things that's stopping you. and you need to start working on those other things. You might only be focusing on the big things. So I could just only focus on the money. The money, I don't got the money to do it. But there might be something else that's smaller that could be holding me back that I could actually start working on instead of focusing my attention on, I don't have the money for this. Focus on the things that you can actually do something about right now, which leads me to the next step. Focus on what you can do right now. Ask yourself, what can I do right now? Don't think about, oh, my work schedule, I can't do nothing about my work schedule. Maybe something you can do right now is sit down and think, what is the ideal work schedule for me while I'm in school? What would be the perfect work schedule? Or how much money do I want to have saved up before I start nursing school so that I can stop working for such amount of time, or so that I can reduce my hours for a certain amount of time? Really start thinking about solutions. Don't just focus on the problem. Think about solutions and think about what you can do right now, because I'm pretty sure that there's a plethora of things you can do at this very moment to start creating the life that you want. And then once you start working on those smaller things, opportunities will come in. People will come in. Information will come in that can help something that's bigger to you. Okay? Or it just brings you closer to your goal. All right? Or you can get the inspiration to be like, oh my goodness, I need to make this much money for this. Oh, how about I start? I'm really good at writing, so maybe I can start writing up resumes for people, putting that up on, Facebook. Hey, I'm writing out resumes. I'm gonna charge you all $25 each resume. Da 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 da. I can start doing that and put that money towards here. Once you start working on the inspiration, the juices start flowing, the creativity starts flowing, and next thing you know, God, the universe, source is gonna start putting things in your life to help you to accomplish that bigger goal that might seem too big to take a bite out of right now. But focus on what you can do. For me, I can do more educational videos. I can do more videos for you all so that I can make more money, save more money, pay off the debt. Do more videos. Somebody might see my video and be like, you know what? Nurse B, I'm about to pay for you to go back to school. You never know. Somebody might like, comment, and subscribe. You never freaking know. So just do what you can right now. Focus on what you can do right now. I think that's very important. It's very important, you all. The next thing I want you to look at is, what do I want to accomplish? What are my short-term and long-term goals? I know you're like, Nurse B, what about school? I said I want to go to school this year. Like, get back on topic. Here's the thing. You got to think about, sometimes you have to work backwards. So if you think about your short-term goals and think about your long-term goals, it'll help you to create an action plan. So ultimately, if this were the end of your nursing career, if you were at the epitome or the top of your nursing career, where would you be at, right? Would you have your associates? Would you be an LPN? Would you have a BSN? Like, where would you be at? Would you be a nurse practitioner? Where would you be at? Right? Write that down for yourself. What does it look like to you? You got to make this real. It can't just be, oh, I want to become a nurse. Like, no, let's get specific. Let's make things real. Let's get concrete. Right? So think about what's the top for you. What really is your goal, your long-term goal, right? Once you have your long-term goal, you can kind of come back and think about your short-term goals. So say, for instance, your goal is to become a pediatric nurse practitioner. Perfect. Okay. Say you're a CNA at this time. A pediatric nurse practitioner seems really far off to a CNA, right? But think about it. How can I start aligning myself towards being a pediatric nurse practitioner? Maybe I can go back to school, or I can go back to school and become a patient care tech, or maybe I could look and see if there's any home health jobs out here for CNAs, for pediatrics. Maybe I could become a patient care tech and start working in the children's hospital and work with kids. That way I can still be in that surrounding, and I can still be on my way to what I want. What can you do? And this kind of goes back a little bit to what can you do right now, but you want to start shifting yourself to fit the life that you want, to fit the career that you want to have. You can't sit here and say, like me, I want to get to 100K, ultimately get to 100K subscribers in 2020. But I'm going to say by February, I want to get to 50K. Let's start with my short-term goal, right? I want to get to 50K by the end of February 2020. How am I going to do that if I'm not posting frequently, if I'm not on Instagram, if I'm not on my Facebook group, if I'm not putting myself out there, if I'm not asking you all to subscribe? How am I going to get there? I can't say that I want it to happen and I just sit back and hope that it happens. You have to start taking action. And of course, we know this, but we don't always apply it. We have all this information, all this technology, you know, we got all this technology out here. We got all this information. We writing everything down, but we're not taking action. Get your planner, by the way. You all leave the information in the description box. But we're not taking action towards it, right? So start shifting your mind to do it, okay? Oh, I can't go back and become a pediatric patient care tech right now. But maybe I can start doing some research. Let me get on the phone and look for some pediatric nurses out there that I can follow and get some inspiration going for myself. Whatever, you know, anything helps. And anything that's going to help you start thinking about it, keep it in your mind, getting you excited about it, is going to help it to come to you. This is kind of like law of attraction, but that's another video. So the next thing I want you to do is, once you think about your long-term goals, you can then start to create short-term goals that align you to your long-term goals. Next, you need to do some research. So we want to get into nursing school, right, in 2020. We want to apply for school, get into school in 2020. Even if that means you get into the school and get on start 2021, it's okay. We got a whole year, right? Or whenever you're watching this, you got a year from the time you watch this. So you need to do some research. Once you decide, okay, I want to become a nurse practitioner, first, what do I want to do first? Do I want to become an LPN first? Do I want to become an RN? What do I want to do first? Figure that out. Figure out your route. LPN, RN. I have plenty of videos talking about LPN, RN, BSN, I have plenty of videos. Go check them out. I'll leave them somewhere for you all. But figure out what do you want to do short term, okay? Say, you know what? I want to jump right in and become RN. All right. Boom. Let me look at RN programs in my area. Okay, associates RN programs. What's out there? Now, more than likely your community college. Look at your community colleges. Look at your for-profit schools. You know, I know I'm not a big fan of them, but look at those. More than likely they're going to have BSNs. Look at what are the requirements, what are the prerequisites, what are the co-requisites, what are the prices of these schools, where are the locations of these schools, do they have, how much is the application fee, what tests do you have to take to get into the school. You need to look at all of these things to see what do you need to do and write it down. You can write out a freaking like little chart for yourself where you have the school on the side and you have, you know, what is it called? Admission requirements, admissions tests, price to actually do the whole program, application fee, and then also the length of the program. You want to know. Also, you want to know the deadline. That's the biggest thing, right? Because we want to take action. Once you have a deadline, you will take action. You have to take action. Figure out what is the deadline for that school, right? So say you're watching this right now live, 2019, December 2019, right? Think about, they're going to show you, probably they'll say, in order to get into fall classes, you need to have everything in by March 2020. And in order to get into next year, so not next year, but 2021 spring program, you need to have everything in by August 2020. Okay, if that's confusing to you all, schools more than likely will have an RN program or have a nursing program start twice a year. And of course, if you're watching this now in December 2019, you have more than likely passed the due date for the classes that are starting in January. So you're going to have to look at classes for fall 2020 and then classes for spring 2021. But look at the different schools in your area, because some schools like Chamberlain will take you in within like 6 weeks. As long as you got the money, they're going to say, come on, boo, come on, cash me out. They will take you in. But there's always a price to that. So look at schools in your area. Go on Facebook. Get into different nursing Facebook groups. Go on the search bar, search for the school, search for your area, or ask the question, what are some really good schools in this area? What do you all know about this school at this area? Whatever. Do your research. That's why you got a smartphone, right? Do the research, figure out where you want to go, and find the deadline to have your application in. Find out the deadline, because you don't want to say, oh, I'm going to that school, and you start doing stuff and you kind of like lazy about, and then next thing you know, you miss the deadline. No, you need to know the deadline to get into those schools. It's very important. Very important. Once you have that deadline, honey, you can work backwards. You can say, okay, let's say the school says I need you to have everything in by March 2020. March 13th, 2020. You need to make sure you have everything in by then, right? So then you need to look at what are their requirements. Okay, I need to have this, that, and the third. Figure out what you can do right now. You know what? It's $20 application fee. I can pay the application fee right now. Apply. Boom. I can do that. Okay, I got to take the TEAS test. Let me get a TEAS book. Let me go to my library. If you don't want to get it from Amazon, let me go to my library and get it from my library. Take pictures of it. Freaking take pictures of it and then print it off at the library, like the practice test, which I got a video talking about how to actually get into nursing school. Go check it out. But start working on it right now. Get things done right now. Get your GED if you need to get your GED. I got mine. Get your high school transcripts. You need to get those. Get transcripts from other schools if you need to. Do whatever the work is that you need to do. Start acting on it now and write a checklist for yourself. Put it in your phone. But you have that deadline, right? And you need to focus on that and work backwards. So then the next thing is execute, execute, execute. I told you all before, more than likely you know what to do. Just like people know how to lose weight, everybody knows how to lose weight. Everybody knows how to lose weight. Get active and watch what you eat and drink. Everyone knows that, but it's all about execution. How do you want to execute it, and are you actually going to execute it? That's the key. Execution, making it happen right now, making a conscious effort, committing to yourself that you're going to do it, right? I mean, come on now. You won't let another year of your life go by and you're not going to actually take the steps to get to where you want to be in life. You want to be a pediatric nurse practitioner, right? Remember we talked about that earlier. You can't do it just sitting here thinking about it. You have to take action. And I'm not saying this to scold anybody or to talk down on you all. I say all this to you all just as if I'm saying it to myself. This is my therapy. So take action. And then throughout your process, you're giving yourself your deadlines and really working on it. Come back to it maybe every week and reassess. Okay, what did I do last week? What am I working on this week? If you fall off the wagon and you're like kind of procrastinating about stuff, don't let yourself just say, oh, I give up. I'm never going to become a nurse. No, get yourself back in alignment. Get yourself back on track. That's why it's so important to subscribe to this channel and to subscribe to other channels that keep you focused on what you want to do. Because every time you see that person posted, or every time you see that person post on Instagram, it'll get you be like, oh yes, okay, I'm inspired. Let me work on this. Let me work on that. It'll keep reminding you and helping you. That's why it's always good to have friends and family and people around you who are helping you to achieve your goals, or who have similar goals to you, because they're always going to be encouraging you. And that's super important. So that's that. I know this video kind of went everywhere, but that's just how I do things. So if you enjoyed the video, comment down below. I want to know, what action are you going to take within this next week that's going to help you to become a nurse within the next year, to go to nursing school, I should say, within the next year? What action are you taking this week? What are you going to do? So if you have watched the entire video, great for you. I do have a giveaway because it is Nursemas. It's day 5, I can't remember, of Nursemas, and I do have a giveaway for you all. Hold on, my throat. The giveaway that I have is a 1-hour coaching session with yours truly. So basically, I'm going to be offering one subscriber a 1-hour coaching session. We'll get on Skype, see each other face to face, and we will talk about your goals for 2020, whether it be going into nursing school, whatever your goal is, one of your biggest goals for 2020. We're going to talk about it. and I'm going to help you to get through it. You know, you can do this. You can do this. I'm going to be your cheerleader. We're going to create an action plan. We're going to go through all these questions together, and we're going to create an action plan to get you to accomplishing your goals in 2020. And then with that, I'm also going to make sure I give you like follow-up emails every week for the whole month of January, and just go back and forth with you and just make sure that you were on top of things, kind of remind you of what's going on that week, ask you what you're doing that week, ask you how last week was, and really help you to stay on track with your goals. Because I know a lot of times we just need someone to help us to be accountable, okay? So that's what I'm going to offer for you all. In order to enter, I just need you to comment down below. And then after your comment, or before it, or within your comment, add a little emoji. That way I know that you are actually entering into the giveaway. So I hope you all found this video helpful. Oh, and of course you have to be subscribed to the channel. And turn on your post notifications and like this video. Okay, so that's like 4 things. Comment and put an emoji. Yeah, I want to know what your biggest goal is for the next year. Put your emoji. And I'll put everything in the description box. How about that? So yeah, that's that. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on YourFavNurseB. Follow me on Instagram at YourFavNurseB1, and go ahead and join the Facebook group YourFavNurseB. Go to my website. I have study guides. Not study guides. I have study templates for me. I'm sorry if I look tired. My kids are asleep. I'm filming this at night, and everything is everything. But make sure that you go on my website. I do have my nursing notes up for sale for $10. And I also have some pharmacology and med search templates for you all. If you are planning on going into nursing school, definitely get those templates. Definitely get my nursing notes while I have them up, because I am going to be taking them down more than likely pretty soon. So that's that. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I hope this helps somebody out there. Peace.